For some couple of days now, Edochie has been acting in a strange way, and a lot of people don't know. They don't know why. They don't know. You see, Edochie, like I said, is someone who wants to do what he wants to do. I mean, he believes that is what makes him a man. Ability to do what you want to do, even if the decision of others should be respected. And also, even consulted. At least if you want someone to engage or involve herself, her life, not just a passing by thing. I mean, like, seriously, you at least expect that person will think through and then do what needs to be done. If they want to be part of it, then it's their business. Well, as it is, Edochie oftentimes will begin this tantrum whenever he tries to speak to me, whenever he tries to connect back to me. Yeah, whenever he wants to connect back to me, whenever he wants them to revisit their divorce terms and condition and all of that, always, if May is unbothered, if May ignores everything, Edochie will come up on social media in the hope that whatever I do will get her upset. Whatever I do will make her unhappy. She cannot be bagging this endorsement and making money and still be happy. I know her. Let me do things that will make her unhappy. Let me hurt her. Let me make her bow to my whims and caprice. Let me do something that will make her sad, like what he did, saying that I am unbothered about the loss of our son. I'm going to have more. In fact, he talked about that recently. He said, as a man, I'm going to be the father of all nations. I'm going to have a football team. I'm going to have 11 children. And Kambili Chukwu is going to come back. Kambili Chukwu is going to return back to me. What do you think he's trying to do here or say here? It's simple. He wants May to feel awkward. Like, you see, I'm going to do what men do. Even a man that is 60, 70 can have more children as long as he has a woman that can carry those babies and he has finance to manage it. So I'm going to have 11 children. I'm going to show you that if you say you don't want, there are women like Juju Austin out there who are touch and go, meaning just a drop, they can produce 50 out of it. So don't worry. It's okay. Do whatever you like. I am ready to do what I am ready to do. I'm going to produce millions of children. What about you? Now, it's not as if May is so old. There are career women who are just quickly trying to settle at that age, 40, 41. Many of them have acquired so much money and they've given their time and effort to their career. They've acquired, they've gotten to that point. So they begin to scramble for or try to look for a man to settle with, to have children, like to have that family. Man that understands, because they might not still live their career, but they just want to give it a break at that age of 39, 40. I'm not saying that's the right age, but we have women. We can't put a blanket, like, I know medically, you can't, advise a woman to now begin the journey at the age of 40, thereabout. But we have healthy women. That's the point. So there are women who begin that journey at that age, 39, 40, they will just make use of science. Rather than them waiting to have one child this year, next year, and all of that, they might decide to go for some treatment, they might go the different route and produce 3 or 2 at once. They go for IVF or any of that. They have money. Once they have a willing partner who is ready to go that way, that route, they go and they get it done. So that woman at the age of 40 will have 2 or 3 at once. 2 or 3 at once, and that's it. Once they have that 2 or 3 at once, they are okay with it. Like, you know what? That's it. That's it. So it's not as if she can't if she wants to. But then I don't think that is what is important. She already has what I call handful. She has a daughter, Danielle. 1 is gone. She still has 2. So I don't think she want to go looking for a man to. But then who knows? Anything can happen. She might come across someone that wants children and they decide between themselves, like, you know what, let's just have 1. Now, Edochie is quickly marking his own dots, like, let me quickly do mine before Judy Austin gets to this age. I know there are a lot of debate about the age of Judy Austin, but that's not what we want to talk about. Some say, oh, she's older than that, she's older than Edochie. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Look at Augusta, look at the elder sister of Judy Austin, and that. No, it's not possible. We know who is who. So she's not. Forget about some people trying to make her. It's because people didn't like what she did. That's why they started increasing her age. Judy Austin is not older than Edochie. No, not at all. She's not older than Edochie. Even naturally, as an African woman, when you look at another African woman, you should be able to judge. Apart from her being plumpy, Judy Austin used to be thin in those years when she left Mr. Obasi. Back then she was younger, so she used to be thin. If you look at her pictures when she was younger, but she had that sign of someone that was going to be plumpy, but she was thin. Don't forget that she wasn't feeding fine, Mr. Obasi, and all of that issue. Not until they started grabbing, Edochie started grabbing money that he is supposed to use to feed his children, money that May had worked for, money that she had gotten, that Edochie had asked. Edochie was just asking for that money, and both of them were using to feed. Before you know it, Judy Austin started becoming big. And don't forget that Judy Austin has a lot of children, and it tells on the body of a woman that has that tendency already. So she's getting big. Imagine how many she has dropped for Edochie, and how many she's ready to still drop, and how many she has dropped in the past. So don't look at her body size and think she's a very, very, very old. No, she's not very, 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 very old. She's not older than Edochie. That's just that. So Edochie. So the issue is this: Edochie is saying that he is nothing. I think he has come to realize these things, that he's nothing without May in his life, and that for certain reasons Judy came into his life, and that he had explained this to May already, and he just does not understand why May is not willing to get this right, like get what I'm trying to explain to you. We have to come back together. We have to do things together. We have to connect back together. We have to be what we are supposed to be. We have to be, all of that. Edochie is just saying a lot of gibberish things to May, and that May should just forget about this, that he has served his time in the prison of Without You, and it is time for May to forgive, and let's move on. Let's do what we need to do, not move away. No, not move away, not split. Let us just join forces together and build that family. Edochie is having that dream of this big, magnificent family where he will be the Odogu, will be the head. Yes, that is what he's thinking of. Like, you see, I'm going to make use of the entrepreneurship, prowess, spirit, power of May. And I'm going to make use of the, I don't know what you want to say about Judy Austin. Unproductive, only to give birth to children, more children, make noise and hype him, make him feel like he's the king, and also connected to the river or water or whatever, marine. He believes that Judy Austin, that combination will finally take him to the government's house, that he will be the governor of his state. So he has been writing to May, trying to connect, apologize, beg, threaten, manipulate. He has been doing this. The thing is this: all he has met so far is very, very solid ignoring. I mean, just a blanket, a wall. That's what May has put up. Like, do you, I do me. For peace of mind, I'm going to pretend like you don't exist, even though it's so possible for her not to know that Edochie exists, because he does all of these things on social media. It is not possible that Judy and Edochie will not draw the attention of May once in a while, to laugh or to kind of cry, like not tears of, but tears of like, my God, if I had known, I would not have married this guy. If I had known, I would have married this other guy, not this one. Imagine, how these things, you married this guy, you were supposed to marry this other person, probably because the person is not from your village, it's not from your town, it's not from your tribe, and you now know the life of that person. I mean, the person he got married to, everything happening in his life, and you now wish that guy, he doesn't speak my language, he's not from my tribe. This tribal thing is very, 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 very terrible in Nigeria. It's so terrible. So some tribes are very, 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 very tribal. So this kind of thing, you look at that, like you look at the one that speaks your language, and you're like, just imagine if I had known. Just imagine. Look at the one I am married, the one that speaks my language. At the end of the day, it seems this tribal thing is useless.